There we go. And yes, I was late because I kind of sort of spent a little time trying to do a new thumbnail for stuff, and I think that I outdid myself there. Definitely outdid myself. For reference, for people that aren't here, well, or on Twitch, that is what the thumbnail looks like. I think I did pretty well, all things considered. But did you consider banana? No, I don't know what we're going with that. Did I get any half-price candy? Yes, and also I got some half-priced. Not even half-priced. It was less than half-priced. It was like, well, also the store that I went to had some. What do you call it? Some low-priced baked goods too, as they are trying to get rid of the Valentine's Day stuff. Did I remember to cook? Okay, yeah. Okay. So, what does that mean? That means I stocked up. Just a little bit. And on stuff that I know that I'll actually go through. It's found like a cheap bottle of sake too. I realize those glugs make me sound like an alcoholic. I mean, I am, but that's neither here nor there. That's maybe a mouthful of, like, drink. Also, something weird that Creator does is whenever you move stuff around, it doesn't actually move it back to, like, the final where it was originally. I don't know why that is the case, but it is the case, mind you. What's the Payne got planned for today? Probably gonna yap for about an hour or so, and then turn off the stream. Does that include this part? Yeah, actually. I don't know. Oh yeah, I got back up to Diamond in Marlboro Apples, if anyone cares. Listen, I got tomorrow off. I'm allowed to kanpai. Oh, I'll allow myself to drink this late at night. Not to XX, mind you, but I will still do a little bit of sippy. Nanahoto. No, Nanda. So something else that someone pointed out is, does my voice get there we go. Got music up? Oh, hi, I'm still here. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there for people that are scrolling through on their feed just to see my face. Fujisan no Kuchi. It just means Fujisan mouth. Yeah. Anyways, hi chat, hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am A Payne, one of the Guardians of Void Dream Nightmares, formerly known as Named Void. I usually guide both dreams and nightmares back to the final resting place, but tonight I'm inhabiting this vessel and don't ask about my thumbnail. Don't ask about this thing. I know it's weird. So originally I was planning on poorly photoshopping the monster logo on my head and replacing the can of monster that was in my hand right there with what do you call it? Just my head, and like leaving like I'm like a can of monster or something like that. But oh, all right. You know, you drink too many of those, you become one. Now this guy. Let me see if I can get a good picture of it. Download. Yeah, I got it. How's Payne doing? Payne's doing okay. Got some... I would say I got some good sleep, but I did not. We were just discussing... Not my thumbnail, mind you. I was just discussing a can of Monster. Here we go. Boop. Flip it around. Oh. Whee! Kidding. In case you're wondering, it was about the same cost as like a regular monster, but it was 3 times the strength, but also like a third of the size. So yeah, there's just that. Was it worth it? Listen, I had this in Sendai after a very long hike up and down and around the city. It was needed. I'll say that much. Let's see. I already talked about how I got some cheap candy. I'm just gonna like a bag or two this time. What really surprised me is like seeing all the baked stuff. Well, actually, it didn't surprise me after I tried it, but a lot of the baked goods were like more than half or less than half price. They're like priced to be like a third of whatever. But then I took a bite out of it and I realized, oh hey, that is that is very dusty. Not dusty, but it was very dry. Like it was more crumbly than a regular. Let me turn this down just a bit. Was that a bit too much? Nah, I can turn up the volume here. There we go. It was kind of crumbly, but hey, I really can't complain for like $1. The mini donuts are fine though, that I got. Sorry. I guess I have to do the Fuji melt. Kind of? No, not really. Anyways, what else do I have to talk about? Tomorrow there will be Silk Song. Reason for that is also, if everything goes according to plan, which as far as I know, I haven't got any updates that it's not happening. We are going to have a finale for the Scuff Cup in this week. Well, this week. Yeah. Which as far as I know, it's still happening, but I don't know. I'll check with people once I get off stream. What else has been going on, Payne? Oh yeah, stomach is starting to feel better. Only real issues that I'm running into is I don't know if it's just because I've been sleeping wrong. I don't know if it's just because I've been like, well, because I am sick, but my back has been and not too creative. Well, my back's been hurting, but I also didn't sleep well either, but yeah. One of those days. Okay. What else do we have to talk about? I don't think we have very much to talk about, honestly. Hey, Wilco. Yes, that is a tiny can of monster. And it was about the same price as a regular monster there, which... Actually, wait, no. That isn't a small can of monster. I just have huge hands. Don't you know my hands can, like... Actually, no, I've done enough hand cam streams that people know how large my hands are, or small, I guess. They are. Oh, so you saw him last week. Kidding. Nah, I actually don't mind that kind of stuff. But back stuff like that are great. Let's see. So a can like that, I think, was around like 200 yen, which is, if we're converting that to cheeseburger freedom dollars, I think that's like $2 maybe. I think. Can't really tell. Can't really remember. But I don't know what the conversion rate is like off the top of my head. But or was it 300? Either way, it wasn't like that bad. Oh yeah, Egg McMuffin or Edmund McMillan put out a new game called Mutagenics, which apparently plays a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics and Fire Emblem, like a combination of the two. But there are several dozen. Well, I mean, if anyone here has played Binding of Isaac or have seen it being played, you know what kind of humor you're dealing with. But yeah, it's something else. What else we got to talk about? What else has been going on with the machinations of Payne's mind? Comment I left on some YouTube short about the duct tape WD-40. Oh! So this. I don't think I've seen that one. But then again, I've been less like short-brained as of late. Yeah, you see, I've been like, maybe I do need to start like consuming more shorts in order to become to have something to more stuff to yap about. But mostly for this entire week, it's been me trying to recover from a cold. So there is that. Well, cold. I don't know what to call it. But cold, but it's more related to someone's It's not cold. It's a stomach flu or stomach bug of some sort. Which was real fun to deal with. How do you put this? I had a major headache for the entire week. My back hurt. My stomach hurt. I was kind of puking a little bit, and also, I know TMI, but I also had diarrhea. Yeah, you're welcome for all that information, chat. So basically, my entire body just decided to give me a middle finger for like a week or so. But it's all good. Oh gosh, you can even hear that still. You can hear that. So I'm kind of like getting. I'm kind of close to the microphone right now. Anyways. What else has Payne been up to? Payne has some. Okay, so I think I do feel better enough to start practicing my song again, so it was some songs that I was going to try to do. So I will be doing that at some point in time. And by some point in time, I mean probably tomorrow. Hey, Battles. Aw. That does mean you're the best. That does mean you're a great. Let me just go get you a mug that says that really quick. Yeah. Oh no, that's great. Also, something else. For the longest time, like my nieces and nephews, well, when they were younger, and when I was younger too, I guess, they would, well, of course, just like any other kid, when they fall down, they'd cry. But I started saying "whoa" whenever they fell down. So instead of like crying, they started going "whoa" whenever they fell down. So I guess there's that I have in terms of like being an uncle. I haven't talked to my like. I'm sorry, I just realized that I haven't talked to like a lot of my family members since shortly after I graduated, so there is that. Graduated high school, that is. They kind of... I don't know what exactly happened or why it's... Sorry, this is getting a little bit too, like, real, but... Don't know what or why it happened, but it just kind of did. Sure can I? Like I said, I appreciate your family for as long as you got them. And just because you don't like talk to them nowadays doesn't mean that, like, maybe they do still care about you. Maybe they don't. And maybe you have, like, a horrible family that you just don't want to talk to, which is fine too. Ah, well. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring things down. Here's a fart. No, not that button. Not that button. Why do I still have that on my... I still have that on my stream deck. Why did I have the name to or as fart? Oh no, I have this one named as nut button. No. Yeah. Sorry. There we go. Oh, also, I guess something else that did happen is I realized why, I don't know if I already explained this, but why there was so much, like, CPU, or there were so many CPU issues. Oh, shit. Actually, no, maybe that is the issue. That actually sucks. Like, that is one of my, like, worst fears whenever it comes to, like, staying at, like, a hotel or, well, besides shitting the bed, which, again, I would hate. It's having, like, the toilet backup, and then I'm in a different country and I don't know how to explain it. To explain that there's been a bit of a backup. Or going to, like, an Airbnb or something where there's probably nobody, like, there. And then having to text, like, or message the Airbnb host and be like, hey, by the way, your toilet's clogged. And then having them reply, oh, well, why'd you put so much toilet paper down? No, I put a normal amount of toilet paper down there. Your plumbing sucks. No, I've had, actually, I have had that happen before, where, yes, I put a normal amount of toilet paper down there, and still had things go completely wrong. Anyways, we won't talk about that anymore. I found a 1.5 liter bottle of sake for like $8, so I'm happy about that too. What do I got planned? Do I got anything else planned for the plan of February? Plan of February, yes. For February. I will try to finish up Fallout New Vegas. Actually, probably not this month. But I will finish it probably imminently. And then next month we will restart a playthrough of Persona 4. Yeah. How's the script coming along? I kind of got sidetracked on that, but I can still do more research, I think. And I've been feeling better recently, so I think I can do that. Or I can probably, like, do something with that. Again, I keep on, like, teasing it and not actually, like, saying what I'm going to be, or what the video is actually going to be on. You see, I like to build a pipe, and continue building a pipe, just for people to be disappointed. Just like any other VTuber. Or YouTuber. I'm kidding. It's on, like, the information that I got on Sendai, and even more that I continue to obtain as I look into it more. I'm just like, okay, so how do I put this? I pull at the strings a little bit, and more actually shows up, and more tends to. Well, basically, I keep on going down. I guess this is going to start to be a rabbit hole on it. There we go. And where does it stop? Chat. Do you think I know where any of this stops? Or when all my information, when I have all the information that I want on something? Do you honestly believe for like half a second that I would actually know where any of my researching or like knowledge on things actually stops? Yes, actually, I do. But that is still a lot like deeper than most people actually go. Yeah, you like how I have like just like 2 singular teeth? Kind of like reminds me of like the chomping. I don't know if you've ever seen like a pufferfish's teeth. I know the pufferfish sound. They didn't play. They didn't play. That's perfect. All right. Let's see if I can show you this really quick. Oh, yeah, right, because it's one of your redeems. Which, bold... Well, I'd say bold strategy, but... Behold. Payne teeth. Pufferfish teeth. Payne teeth. Pufferfish. Payne teeth. Pufferfish. Conclusion. I'm a pufferfish. With like big pain, then you'd like... Wait, no. Oh, wait, you can't see anything. Right. There's nothing actually modeled there. Can I actually do... Foot. For a second there, I was like worried that there'd be like something... Listen, I forget what exactly is... What? Hi. Too close. What did the stream become? Oh, hi. You left Payne to his own devices for too long, and suddenly everything has gone to crap. I'm kidding. I also like how this model actually tells on me whenever I'm, like, shrimping too much, or whenever I'm, like, slouching. Mm-hmm. 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 Anyways. As you can tell, I had nothing planned for the stream. Or maybe I did, it just all went to crap. No, I got half-price candy, so. I also decided to finish my coffee before I started stream, which may or may not have been a mistake, all things considered. But, hey, whatever. Oh. Right. I guess a news that only maybe like 2 or 3 people here actually cares about. I made it out of Platinum in Marvel Rivals, and I am now in Diamond. I'll continue trying to climb to. Oh gosh. Luna, Snow, and Magic are in Fortnite now. Cool. I have no opinion on this. Why did my music stop? There it is. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Well, Exhibit A. You see, this is a pufferfish, and here is his teeth. And here's my teeth. What can you draw from that? Kidding. That is what we call a diversion. That the moon is made of cheese. Perhaps. If people's dreams are to be believed, then yes. The one guy that dreamed of moon cheese. Which, I mean, I've had astronaut cheese or dehydrated cheese before. It's not bad. That one isn't actually a distraction. This is actually... So, I know the vision is there, but I kind of lacked an execution and also use Krita to make my thumbnail. So, my original plan was to take this, like, can here and take the monster logo and everything else on it and make a... Wait, no, that's not my left hand. That's my right hand. No, wrong. Try to Photoshop my face onto there. And... I don't know, make some sort of joke. Be like, oh yeah, by the way, I drank too many monsters and I became one. But... I realized that I'd already been spending I spent like 45 minutes on the thumbnail. already. And that's actually kind of less late. Listen. These things happen. And sometimes when I have an idea, I do try to execute on it. I didn't say I execute well on it all the time, but I do try to execute on it. Can I? No, I'd have to move chat down here. Boop. 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 Get poked, chat. You also might be wondering why A Payne is here. So, there is a functionality to make vertical streams and have that pop up in people's feeds. So, I did that, and I realized I need some sort of, like, visual representation of myself up there somewhere. And so A Payne is there. Actually, no, I'm there now. I guess I could, in theory, just go ahead and, instead of putting A Payne there, we could put a different Guardian of the Wood, or like put a Guardian of the Wood Dream Nightmares there. I guess I could put Mo up there if I wanted to. So that way, whenever anyone's scrolling through on their phone or something like that, they'd see Mo instead. And then they would see me up here. Interesting. I don't know if my current setup will actually, like, handle that. I mean, it's okay. And it should be fine. As long as I keep VSync off. Which, apparently that causes, like, issues. Well, not even apparently. A VSync, keeping it on VTube Studio can cause issues. Oh gosh. I have also been aware that I just took Discord for like the first time today, and apparently a friend of the channel, Pedals, has not watched the Minecraft movie. And according to him, well, I'm gonna paraphrase here. This shit is ass. Which, I mean, fair. It's literally made for kids. And he also hates Minecraft. Which, again, it's also fair. Oh yeah, how is the art coming along? It's going. I just don't know how good or bad this is going to be. Like I said before, I'm not necessarily the best of artists. I know for a fact that you can use my art as a baseline for concept art, as long as you have someone else or a different artist to actually like do the real stuff. Again, while I do work on it, mind you, I still do have the motor skill impairment. Well, it's a fine motor skill impairment. Which does not affect me when it comes to technology, mind you, or trying to like put stuff together. But if you've probably all seen my writing before, and you probably have seen some pictures that I put out before and done before, and seen how terrible those have turned out sometimes. That is kind of what we're talking about. They're probably can't be helped. I mean, it can be, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of doing. And actually, I've come quite a far way. So, someone was asking whether I consider myself a small or a large VTuber, or just a V. I just consider myself a VTuber. Okay? There are no small or large VTubers. They're just our VTubers. And considering yourself small or large is kind of... How do I put this? I don't know, I guess it's an ego thing. You can consider yourself however you want. Personally, I just am. Anyhow. I guess it's been getting a lot... Well, it's been getting a lot brighter recently, and yeah. Okay. I think it's been close enough to about an hour or so. So, 45 minutes, whatever. Short stream. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Join me. Schedule will be out tomorrow. I can tell you already, tomorrow is Silksong. So, yeah. I'll see you around. Bye. Also...